Now, companies are exposed in different ways to the business cycle, and you need to be aware of how a specific company you're looking at, that you're analyzing, is affected. We say the effect of the business cycle on a company could be cyclical, or it could be counter-cyclical, or it could be non-cyclical. Now, a company that is affected in a cyclical manner means that its prospects move with the business cycle. When the cycle is at a peak, the company is enjoying increased sales and potentially increased profitability. When the business cycle deteriorates into a recession or a trough, the company's sales and profits also deteriorate accordingly. Now, good examples of cyclical companies are clothing retailers, fast food takeaways, the brand new car dealerships, the residential property market, construction companies, and companies driven primarily by sales of discretionary consumer expenditure items. Counter-cyclical companies move opposite to the cycle. They actually do well during the downturns. I remember we used to be next door to a law firm which helped companies retrench people legally and in accordance with the regulations. Now, during periods of recessions and troughs, they did a roaring business because companies were cutting costs. So do second-hand car dealerships and spare parts stores. Non-cyclical companies are those that generally are not affected by the business cycle. These will include those companies in sectors like healthcare. If you're sick, you're sick. You go pay a doctor, regardless of the economic cycle. Or utility providers for things like water and electricity. You still consume those items. They're essential to daily life. To a large extent, telecommunications companies also now have characteristics of utility companies. In evaluating a company's credit application, you need to determine where we are in the business cycle, how the company is affected by the business cycle, and the implications on its credit applications. In practice, this would mean you have to take into account factors like economic growth rates, the interest rates, inflation, exchange rates, unemployment, levels of indebtedness, things like business and consumer confidence. You have to evaluate all these factors in making a determination of how they will impact on the company and the business cycle we are in.